Gary here with Coach Kia Damon Olsen. Coach, again, so close right there. You got right down to the wire. You've been so close with a lot of these teams. Your thoughts on a tough loss against a real tough matchup?
Yeah, I thought we ran out of steam a little bit late in the fourth quarter. We had a spurt of energy, but then when we needed to get some stops and rebounds, we didn't. And then that kept us on defense a little bit too long. I thought we had some good looks on offense that just didn't go down to it for us. And then we left 9 points from the free throw line on the table, and that's not a
That was my next thing, exactly. But you know what? It was funny because at certain points in the game, you were far the better team. The way you can score, your transition game was better. You wanted it to be better. Naomi got off a little bit of lull in the middle, but it seems to be coming along, and it seems to be exactly what you're looking for, I think, in those spurts of greatness.
No, it is, and I think the challenge for us has been the consistency to put it together for 40 minutes. We see it here and there, and it doesn't really matter who's on the floor for us. We know the assignments that we need to execute. So we'll continue to keep plugging away. Like I tell you, I have a very resilient group. They're still fighting, as you can see, from game to game. Whoever is able to play will play, and we'll do the best job that we can. But we're going to get one of these ones coming up soon.
Absolutely, you will. You got a couple more at home, 4 of the last 6 coming up at home. Good luck there, okay? Okay, let's bring in Naomi Campbell. Naomi's on her phone right now, but we are going to get her. Congratulations, Naomi. You had 12 points, 13 rebounds, your second double-double in a row, your third of your career, but I'm sure you'll trade it all for a win. A lot of good stuff early, then it didn't seem to be able to get you the ball kind of in the mid-spurts of that game.
Yeah, definitely. We played hard, but we didn't get it, as you said, and we'll try harder for the next one.
Yeah, there are no moral victories. You lose Jess, obviously. You don't have Nicole, but it's got to be exciting, and you as a senior, to be doing the right things with those freshmen in the game, because everybody seems, as Coach and I talked about, to know where to be. It's just those shots just got to fall.
Exactly. You got that exactly right.
And I'm not a basketball person, but I think you agree with me. But you did some really good things inside. You seemed to post up better. You were catching the ball solidly, turning and being aggressive.
Yes, definitely. It took me a bit of time. I know at the beginning I was traveling a bit, but got myself together.
You have a couple games here coming up. You go to Bucknell, then you come back home. So it's going to be nice for the last 4 or 6. Hopefully maybe you can get a couple of these players back, but continue to do the things you do. What's your message in that locker room?
Definitely not to give up, because we're right there. Every single game is just few possessions, and we got the game. So we're going to get it again against Bucknell, again with Navy, and with every other team that's going to come.
Absolutely. You got the right attitude. You guys are really, really close. Thanks for a couple minutes. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Our Coca-Cola player of the game there, Naomi Campbell, 12 points, 13 rebounds. They are right there, Gary. They'll be back at it later in the week. Back to you.
You're absolutely right, Mike, and we'll take a look at some of the highlights from tonight's game, and here's John Leone.
Yeah, Gary, and it was. You heard Naomi Campbell say it. You heard Kia Damon Olsen say it. Holy Cross was up to the challenge. You know, we knew coming in that young lady, Avery LaBarbera, arguably the best player in the league. I mean, she just does everything. We saw her throw some terrific passes. Lafayette, though, Jess Booth early on, 7 early points. Having her back in the lineup was key. Watch Abby Abdoli find her on the outside. Jess was doing a little bit of everything. That's a 3-pointer after her layup. And again, Jess gave this team some real energy. Boy, I'll tell you what, that young lady just did a great job. And we're talking about Kara McCormick. Hit a couple of huge threes, and that time it was Dembski hitting one. And then, of course, on the breakout, Avery LaBarbera just seems to know. Look at that finish. She is a player. She's just a player. And Abby Abdoli with a spin move, a little pirouette of her own. And the hope for Lafayette fans is Abby hit a big 3. She had those 5 quick points in a row. Nice little left-handed finish by Andrews right there going to the basket. Lafayette had a lot of bright spots, and this is Andrews again. She was a little too quiet for too long. Late in the game, Naomi Campbell got it going again. Watch this pass. Little behind the back flip right there. Holy Cross made plays when it needed to. Lafayette at one point down the stretch, Gary, was down by 3 with the ball, and then this one was the dagger. Lafayette there. That gave Holy Cross an 8-point lead. That 3 by LaBarbera. And big players make big shots at big moments of the game, and she's a big player. She's a good player.
Well, LaBarbera, too, controls the ball game. 22 points, 10 rebounds, her 13th double-double this season. For LaBarbera, she just does it all. 6 assists, only 1 turnover, and a couple of steals in the ball game. Lafayette's only double-figure scorer was Naomi Campbell. Holy Cross goes to 8-2. They're in a good spot right now in the conference. Lafayette falls to 3-7. They'll travel to Bucknell on Sunday for a 5 o'clock ball game. You can watch that on ESPN+. This one's in the books, however. Lafayette loses this one to Holy Cross by a 59-50 score.